Okay, hello there everyone. This is going to be another amazing banger of a video because what we are going to go through is basically how we have the Mark here, one of our busy desk worker clients, lose 50 pounds inside 12 weeks, and how we also basically made it possible for him to sustain those results for 3 years straight. Okay, so it wasn't just a quick fix that we achieved with Mark. We actually also made it possible so that he can sustain those results for 3 years straight. Now, let's just go through step by step how we had him to do that. Okay, so basically, he joined our program. He was 223 pounds. Obviously, that's a large amount of weight. He had all kinds of health issues, cholesterol issues, blood sugar issues. He felt lazy. He felt without energy. He didn't feel attractive. So obviously, he really, really wanted some help with that. He tried the different methods on his own, but for the following reason, it never really worked out, and that's the reason what we are going to talk about. So in this video, we are going to identify the number one thing you are messing up when you want to lose weight and why you are not losing weight, basically. Okay, so he joined our program, we analyzed his situation, we achieved bioenergetic optimization with him, and we set up his perfect metabolic rate that basically converted into instant fat loss. Now, I'm not going to go through what these steps are exactly, okay, because I talk a lot about that in my videos. We basically structured the whole system for Mark that allowed him to burn body fat on autopilot. He only had to work out 3 times 20 minutes basically in a week, and he didn't really need to touch the kitchen. Okay, we kind of ordered his healthy meals for him, and also whenever he needed to cook, we basically made a very quick and fast system around it as well, and we fit his diet plan in a way that he could also eat his favorite foods. Okay, so how we do that, I talk a lot about that on some other videos, but the number one biggest thing why, even if you have a good system, you still are not able to lose weight is the following, and this is the basically most important step in our entire program, and this is what most health and fitness professionals are actually not doing for you. So let's be honest, okay? So health and fitness is not rocket science. It's basically 20% information and 80% of execution. This is where most people fail. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you've been surfing on the internet, you've been watching YouTube videos, you've been watching Instagram influencers. You kind of know approximately what you should be doing. Right, so it's not a huge thing. So obviously, it could not be the perfect information for you. It could not be the information that completely fits your lifestyle. But approximately, you know that you need to work out, you need to eat healthier, right? And then basically, you're going to lose weight. Now, the thing is that this is where most people fail, actually executing on a system. So no matter if you have a plan, no matter if you know what you should be doing, you're still not executing. And this is the problem when you're trying to lose weight on your own. This is the problem when you just get a meal plan from a nutritionist. This is the problem when you go to a personal trainer and the personal trainer is only paying attention to you while you're there in the gym. Whenever someone is not watching over you, you're not going to execute. And basically, this is what we are fixing in our program, because our program has a 24/7 accountability, progress tracking, and perfecting execution system. Okay, so this is what helped Mark also lose 50 pounds, right? Because in order for him to lose 50 pounds, he didn't just need to have the perfect system, but he also needed to stick to it really, really consistently. Okay, so basically, in our programs, our accountability system is bulletproof, all right? So if you jump in our program, you're not just going to pay us for good information, for a plan, for our time, or for a nice conversation. You're going to pay us for exact results that you want to get. And in order for you to get those results, you need to execute. And in order for you to execute consistently, we need to hold you accountable and we need to push you towards execution. Okay, so how does this look exactly? At this point of our program, basically, when we just hold you accountable, we are going to pay close attention and ensure that every system is dialed in and fine-tuned to operate it at its peak. Okay, so everything that we gave you, we are going to pay attention that it operates at its highest peak. Okay, we're also giving you mindset support. All right, so whenever you have a bad day, whenever you have a bad emotional situation or bad cravings, we are always going to provide some mindset support. We are going to closely track your weekly results, and also we are going to hold you accountable constantly on a daily basis. So how does that look in actual execution? Basically, obviously, we have 3 pillars: nutrition, exercise, and execution. Okay, so Once he gave Mark, for example, the nutrition and the exercise plan, he had to focus on the execution. Okay, so how this look in exact in exact progress is the following. Basically, we put Mark into a WhatsApp group, right? It's a daily one-on-one WhatsApp chat, basically, and we made sure that we communicate with him on a daily basis. So every single day he had to report about what he ate. Every single day he had to report about whether or not he did the workout or not. And we also set up reminders and alarms for him, so he knew what time he needs to work out, what time he needs to prepare meals, what time he needs to basically report to us, so he never forgets that. And I also set up reminders for myself, so I can remind him of that. Okay, so on a daily basis, we have a one-on-one chat, an accountability chat where he needs to give daily reports. And if I am not getting my reports, then going to remind him. Okay, so and I reminded him. So if he doesn't reply to me for a day, if he doesn't reply to me for 2 days, let's say, then I just gave him a call. And if he didn't pick up, I gave him another call. Okay, so basically how you need to imagine this accountability system is it never leave you on your own. Okay, don't imagine this as you have bosses. Imagine this as you have teammates. You jumped into a team where your teammates are holding you accountable and basically helping you succeed. Okay, so we have the daily one-on-one accountability chat. We also had once a weekly basically accountability call with Mark, where we go through the whole process, what he did on that week. We assign what he needed to do for the next week, set up times for that, set up alarms for that, set up exact accountability times for that when he needed to report, and then he could go on the next week. Okay, so every single week we adjusted Mark's routine. Week to week, he just got better in that. Okay, so this is how he also developed habits that could last him for 3 years, because throughout the weeks and the assessment calls in the one-on-one accountability calls, we always corrected the little shortcomings that he had on the given week. Let's say he had cravings and he ate something that he shouldn't have eaten, right? That's not included in the plan. We told him what to eat instead. We taught him how to correct that mistake. And the next week he didn't do that mistake. And this is how he could actually formulate very healthy habits, because we kind of corrected all of his mistakes throughout the week. Obviously, you also track his progress. Okay, so in our program, we are going for results. So whenever you're trying to lose weight and you're not standing on the scale every week and you're not checking how much weight you lost, you're doing something seriously wrong. Okay, you need to stand on the scale on a weekly basis, because otherwise, how do you know if you're progressing? Now, in this program, we are doing that for you. We are going to check your progress. We are going to see if you are progressing fast enough, if you are progressing how we want you to progress. And if things are not going well, we are going to adjust that, okay? And we are going to adjust your execution. And we also did monthly blood work and body composition analysis for him to see how his body fat percentage reduced, and also just to see how his cholesterol, how his blood sugar issues improved, all of those things. And this is how basically we pushed Mark towards losing 50 pounds, okay? So he had the perfect system, but also then he had the perfect accountability system, so he actually executed on the advice that we gave him. This is what most health and fitness routines just miss. Okay, health and fitness is not information, it's about execution. And this is where our clients are getting amazing results. So as you can see, the daily accountability, daily chats, me seeing what you're eating, me seeing if you worked out, and me telling you when to do that, me setting up the times when you need to do that, jumping on calls and actually pushing you every single day to execute. And whenever you are not answering me, I give you a call, right? This very strict accountability system for a 12-week period is what's going to set your discipline up, is what's going to set your habit systems up, and it's what actually going to get you weekly results, because we are going to track your weekly progress. This is how we helped Mark as well, right? And through basically this system, by the end of the program, he didn't really need accountability anymore, because he could hold himself accountable. He lost a lot of weight, and then he just developed the habits that he needed. And throughout 3 years, he was just sustaining his results, right? So look, if you kind of know what you would need to do in terms of losing weight, if you tried out different diets and your number one issue is literally just executing on a plan, because you're not able to execute on something and you can always stick to your routine for only 2 or 3 weeks, what you're missing is not a new crazy diet, it's not a new crazy routine. It's accountability. It's people who are going to look at your progress and hold you accountable day in, day out. That's what Mark was missing as well. Obviously, in our program, we provide the best information, the best systems. but from there you also need to execute. So if you're someone who is lacking execution, make sure that you book a call with us, okay? And we can go through how we would hold you accountable as well, how we would put you into our accountability system. Look, the call is completely for free. We are just going to look at your situation, break it down, how we can actually make this possible for you as well. It worked for Mark. There is no reason why it shouldn't work for you. So, yep, book a call with us. It's going to be worth it. And see you in the next video. Thank you very much.